dockets. You can find it very easily by punching any of these keyword tags into any search engine. It's available. It's a 58-page document. It was the 7/6/10 lawful filing, July 6th, and it's indicated in numerals 07/06/10. All plaintiffs, all related dockets, and why the court had jurisdiction to enter, enjoin, stop irreparable harms caused by malpractice, conflict of interest, felonies, crimes inflicted by criminals who abuse their official positioning to do so. U.S. Pennsylvania Eastern District Docket 209 CV 04119 MSG. Punch that in. Roxanne Greenidge versus Fern Brown Kaplan, Esquire, Timothy E. Pacente, Esquire, PC. Look at related docket, U.S. District Court, Pennsylvania Eastern District 209 CV 05448 BMS, presided over by Honorable Burl M. Schiller. That's Willie Brownson, Ezekiel Zakael Brown, Ariel Roxanne Brown versus Anne Marie Ambrose, Commissioner DHS, and Judge Robert J. Matthews. $6.2 million, theft of vested interest, career theft. Look at related docket, U.S. District Court, Pennsylvania Eastern District, presided over by Honorable Mitchell S. Goldberg, also. 210 CV 00179 MSG, Lorraine Greenidge versus Sandra O. Sullivan, Eric L. Brown, Diane Kearney, Lenwood Kearney. December 13, 2009, aggravated assaults upon minors while in the commission of bigamy, perjury, Social Security disability fraud, card theft, and a plethora of other fraud crimes. Again, my prayers are, I don't know if my grandchildren are alive or dead because of the corruption, poisons system in our city. This show is not about that, though. So I just want to continue to say, Ezekiel Brown and Ariel Brown, if you're blessed to one day grow up and hear these markers hit that we're leaving for you so that you might know the truth of who you are, the truth of the theft, what has been taken from you, your theft of heritage and sense of self, so that you might be able to be healed. This fight, this your victimization, we are committed to make sure that the criminals, Fern Brown Kaplan, Timothy E. Pacente, are brought, and Judge Robert J. Matthews, are brought criminally and individually accountable for the pain and suffering they have caused you, the abuse that you've had to suffer and prolong deliberately by their 47 felonies, fraud crimes, and willful reckless child endangerment, extortion crimes proven in July 6 lawful filing sent to the U.S. Department of Justice. Mr. Eric Holder as one more example of the 367 as of yesterday, now 369, that we have for a need for federal intervention. 47 here in Philadelphia County, federal physical troop intervention to slow a gangland style organized crime, strong arm, out of control. These people are crazy down here. Aggravated assaults, extreme acts of retaliation, attempted murder, assassination through medical error, false arrest, and so on. So I was inflicted with a terminal disease, hepatitis C, liver disease, acute, confirmed by medical evidence to be acute, not chronic, and witnessed by a U.S. Marshal when taken in on a federal hold because Judge Robert Matthews lied to U.S. Department of Justice about our lawful March 2nd filing, where we had a right to get his prejudicially behaving, tyrannical, child-abusing self off of we made lawful filing, and we proved that he had no right to sit in on anything after the other tyrannical acts that he had done to turn his court into a circus court and inflict great harm and injury upon children and families, and all of and at that time 38 domestic relations ordered appeals, and that you can see in the PA Superior Court, where he acts as factory-like facilitator to fast-track sale of children to not only the DHS contractors, but whoever is wealthy enough to pay his private attorney best friends. Okay, enjoy the rest of the show. This show says very clearly right after this who it's going to, who this due diligence is reported to, and everything that we say that is being reported to as active links is also posted with those active links at www.higherlyrics.org on a clearly marked child slaughter, U.S. economy fraud, court reform, state of emergency case study page, because there are many ethical, societal preservationists, technology students, MBA community, law school students, law schools, business schools, law practitioners, small business development, entrepreneurs, families, working class, student, impoverished, that are committed to slowing this child slaughter, and we are committed to continue acting lawfully. Let me just say this too. Anyone who is talking about any type of physical altercation in the street, I believe that all civil rights leaders, I respect Nancy Schaefer, former Senator Nancy Schaefer, as a civil rights leader, right, passed on. Pam Gaston, I respect her as a civil rights leader, passed on. And even though it wasn't my choice, I have been thrust into the position of being a civil rights leader, inasmuch as I am searching diligently, developing tirelessly, lawfully applied administrative solutions to continue to inject into perhaps corruption, poison systems, but for the sake of leveraging individual accountability. And then we can have correction. Once we realize where the problem is, we can have lawful actions to have lawful correction. Because I'm a firm believer that we are the people and we are the government. And if galvanized and organized, we could have, as federal crime victim plaintiffs, we could also have endorsement and impeachment clout. And by the way, our slogan, our campaign 2012 slogan here in Philadelphia, the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, is federal crime victim voters, DHS slaughtered families, illegal adoption victims of Kevin M. Dougherty and Anne Marie Ambrose say no second term for Mayor Michael Nutter. No second term for Michael Nutter. Let us know what we can do for you to get you registered to vote, to educate you that you are a federal crime victim. We will be hitting the streets. We're going to go to the Department of Public Assistance offices, Department of Welfare offices. We're going to go into the university campuses. We're going to go into the shopping districts, the malls. We're going to go into the second and third shift, work shift in the evening. We're going to go to the entertainment community in the evening. And we're going to educate people of their federal crime victim Bill of Rights and let them know that they have endorsement and impeachment clout for crossing party lines. We're going to not only help people get to the polls, we're going to tell them it's okay to vote for anybody but Michael Nutter, just so we can send a clear message that we have organized and galvanized and recognized we don't have to put up with non-responsive elected officials. Once we submit our evidence to you, and we're pleading and begging as a group of people, we are a constituency, and if you can at least recognize us and acknowledge us in your platforms, your agendas, and how you run this city, you certainly can't keep us safe, as is demonstrated in the June 8th public mob assault of my grandchildren, Ezekiel and Ariel Brown, known to you and known to District Attorney nepotism, corruption inflicted R. Seth Williams. And I also want to say we support any budgeting for the Philadelphia Office of Inspector General. The Philadelphia Office of Inspector General under Amy Curlin, her Integris Reports 2009 annual report is one of the existing publicly available, government available issued data. There are databases, there's data available that we insert into our database of public incident reports to connect relationships. And the 2009 annual Philadelphia Office of Inspector General's 2009 report is what gave us a lot of evidence for connecting malpracticing, conflict of interest relationships prevalent in the district attorney's office and the city of Philadelphia employees with